Hello, YouTubers and comic book fans. So, I've been on my TikTok channel. I've been doing some of my favorite Fantastic Four comic books. So, I thought I'd continue it here on YouTube. So, showcasing some of my favorite covers, some of my favorite storylines, some big keys I have in my collection for Fantastic Four. But a little introduction to Fantastic Four. Now, who are they? Well, Fantastic Four consists of Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, and the Human Torch. So, these four are the original Fantastic Four from way back in 1961 when Stan Lee created them. So these are just playing cards I have, of the Fantastic Four. So, those are your four main characters of the Fantastic Four. While the roster, like any other teams, changed over the years, but the main four is the Marvel's first family. So first book I want to show you from my collection is Fantastic Four number 59. It's kind of a minor key. There is a first appearance in there, but it's the Fantastic Four trying to save the world as usual. They get the military to help, and they go against the Inhumans, but they end up being friends with them in the end. But and also another story is Doctor Doom holds the Silver Surfer captive because Doctor Doom likes power, and he tries to take the Silver Surfer power away from him, trying to not prevent, I guess, Galactus from coming or whatever. But still, pretty important issue it is. Like I say, first appearance in here, I believe, a key issue. So this is one of my earliest Fantastic Fours I have. So I thought this would be a good place to start. Some early Silver Age goodness. I believe this is 1967, so it is fairly old comic. And when I bought it, I didn't realize there was a bit of damage on the front cover. It's not imperfect. It's not perfect by any means. As you guys can see, there's some little bit of rippling. Unfortunately, it is what it is, but nothing I can do about it. So I'll give you guys a quick spine slide. I'm such a huge Fantastic Four collector. It is one of the main series I do collect. I'm still trying to find all of Volume 1. I don't have, especially the under 100, I don't have a lot of these, so which is why I'm going to showcase for the next few weeks on Fantastic Four Volume 1, because there is a big, it is a big run. But I'm just going to show a few of my favorite covers. We'll talk about stories and all of that. So, it's just another fun-filled classic story. I have been rereading these digitally. I'm trying not to open my comics up because digitally, at least you don't ruin the comics by ripping the pages or anything. So next one from 1967 is Fantastic Four number 64. It is another key issue. It's first appearance of the Kree Intergalactic story. So it is another minor key, but it is first mention of the Kree, and which are those shape-shifting aliens that give Fantastic Four trouble from time to time, and they infiltrate the Marvel Universe and pose as heroes and try and trust a bunch of covers. So, unfortunately, it's not in the best condition either. Some of the comics I will show you guys aren't always in the best condition, but for how old this comic is, it can be, it is what it is until I can upgrade these comics. I was lucky enough at the time to buy them off eBay when buying Fantastic Four was a little bit cheaper before COVID, but unfortunately, comics have risen in price over the last 3 years or so, so it is what it is. And I will give you guys a quick spine slide. So, before Whatnot, eBay was mainly the place to buy comics, and it still kind of is, but I suggest going to Whatnot if you can, because Whatnot is the better place to buy comics than eBay, because you can actually see the comic right up front and talk to people as well, which is also what I enjoy. I enjoy talking to you guys here on YouTube, and I'm also on TikTok if you guys don't know, at Joe's Comics Table. On my TikTok account now, I'm switched over to X-Men. X-Men is another one I collected for a long time and still collecting. But I've been a big Fantastic Four collector. I've always collected Fantastic Four comics, and Fantastic Four is what I started reading when I was younger and first getting into Marvel. So I don't know what you guys collected when you were younger, but this is what I collected. So Johnny stays home to spend time with Crystal, who's an Inhuman, which is Inhuman from this family here. She eventually joins the team, and over time, the rosters change for teams, and it does for the Fantastic Four quite frequently. So I'll give you guys a quick spine slide for this, and then the other part of the story is the FF going off to save the a world, because they're off on a different alien world, and then when Johnny hears that they're in trouble, he goes and help them. But it is what it is. It's another fun-filled, fantastic issue. So I like where there's a lot of action and not so much just saying where there's more action panels than talking panels. I don't know about you guys, but I like that. I mean, I say in this condition, this is about, I don't know, maybe like a 6 out of 10. It's in, I don't know, maybe fine condition to, or, what do you guys think? 6, or am I off a little bit? I'm not a grader, so I don't grade professionally. I just try and pick the comics I think are in great condition. And sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I don't. But I'm very lucky to have a few cool Silver Age Fantastic Fours in my collection. I mean, I do try and buy Silver Age whenever I can, but I'm only willing to pay what I'm not willing to spend over my budget like other people do just to get a comic. If I get it, I get it. If not, oh well, I move on. So Fantastic Four number 92. Now this is not my original Fantastic Four 92. When I first started collecting Fantastic Four, I tried to get FF started with the early 90s, and I remember having this one when I was younger. But over time, I did, when I moved, when I was younger, I did lose a bunch of my collection, unfortunately. So over time, I did rebuy my collection issues that I remember that I used to have, and this was one of them. So this comic resonates with me because I had it for a while, and then unfortunately, as I got older, it got misplaced or whatever, and otherwise I would have 2 copies of this one right now. But I'm lucky to get this one in when I bought a Silver Age collection a while, like I say, a few years ago. And I love Fantastic Four. To me, this is such a cool cover with the Ben Grimm on it. People being afraid because he's different, just like people think I'm different. But anyways, it's such a cool comic. This is from 1970, so now we're going into, this is 1969, so this is still Silver Age at the end of the Silver Age Fantastic Four, so it is still an older comic, but still pretty cool. So while the remaining FF fly to the Skrull Galaxy, so the FF are going to a different galaxy, and Ben is left behind, but then he hears the FF are in trouble, and he goes and helps them. So, and then he's also captured himself, and then he's trying to fight in the Skrull Arena or Coliseum, whatever you guys, whatever they call it. Everybody has a different name for their arena. So this is kind of an off-world adventure, which is pretty cool. So this is probably not even on Earth where this picture is. That's probably on the Skrull Galaxy. The Skrulls are another shape-changing green skin people who also give the Fantastic Four grief, but they're also enemies of the Kree as well. So there's a bunch of big bad aliens out in the universe, and the FF has to go try and get them. So it's just some cool Fantastic Four. So who's your favorite Fantastic Four? I really like my favorite FF characters are the Human Torch, because he's kind of like a grown child, which is pretty cool. He tries to have fun and all of that. And I also like the Invisible Women. They are probably my two favorite characters because they are brother and sister, and they are really true family. But Reed is the brother-in-law to Human Torch. So they all got their powers when they flew through the cosmic rays, and that's how Ben Grimm became the Thing. If for those who are new to comics, but this is a kind of cool cover. It's 15 cents, whereas this one is I believe it's still a 12-cent cover. So this is 2 years later. So inflation is always plays in a factor, as we know in this day and age. Everything is inflated. So, and it is getting harder to find these old 12 to 15 cent comics, because as the world gets bigger, there's going to be fewer and fewer. So another comic from my childhood, which I want to show you guys, which I did manage to keep, is Fantastic Four '99. Now, this is part of my original collection of Fantastic Four. I'm lucky enough to keep a good chunk of my Fantastic Four. I managed to save some of it. So this is very special to me. This is one of my first Fantastic Fours that I bought when I was younger. So this is from 1970. This is a cool Bronze Age comic. And again, as you can see, the FF is fighting the Inhumans. Sometimes the Inhumans are friends with the Fantastic Four. Sometimes they're not. In this issue, they are not, because Crystal is going back to the Inhumans. Johnny's acting like a spoiled child, as Sue points out to him in one of the later panels. And does Crystal want to come back to the Fantastic Four as Johnny acts so spoiled? Well, you have to read the issue. But the good thing about these older issues, they are online. You can get them through Marvel Unlimited. All the issues are on there. I've been rereading some of these digitally, so I don't have to ruin my comic, because unfortunately, as you can see, there's a great deal of wear and tear on this comic. Because I mean, a lot of my comics when I was younger, when I used to go to the United States when I was a kid, I would buy comics from comic shops. When we used to go to Oregon. So fun fact, there we used to go to Portland, Oregon, and Eugene, Oregon. Back in the 80s and 90s, there were some great comic shops there. I don't even remember the names of them, but I remember buying Fantastic Four, X-Men, and all those cool ones for really cheap prices. But as a kid, you can only afford so much because you only get a certain amount of allowance. But now I'm making adult money, so I can afford to buy a little bit more. And now with the introduction of Whatnot, and buying from other great Canadian sellers out there, is just so cool. So there's kind of introduction to Fantastic Four, some early Silver Age ones that I have in my collection. Over the next few Fridays, I will be showcasing some cool Fantastic Four covers that I think are important, and just some really cool ones that I do have in my collection, because I think it's important to discuss Fantastic Four and to talk about Marvel's first family, because they are literally one of the first comics that came into Marvel. While there was Western ones and all of that, but everybody loves Fantastic Four. And like I say, over on my TikTok channel, I've been doing Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 from my collection, because I am a huge X-Men collector. So if you want to join me on TikTok, I post there just about every day at Joe's Comics Table. And I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at Joe's Comics Table too. But do you guys collect Fantastic Four? Do you not? What do you guys, I'm going to leave you with the question, what do you think of Fantastic Four? Do you guys have a lot of Silver Age Fantastic Four, or any Silver Age? Are you guys mostly modern collectors? I mean, I do try and get Silver Age whenever I can, but unfortunately, they are getting harder and harder to find. So this is my first part in a series of, I'm just going to call it Fantastic Four Comics. And I do a little bit of promotion on my Instagram and TikTok when I post a video, so you guys will know when I post them on Friday night. So, and I'll continue to post weekly for my friends on YouTube. So thank you very much, guys. Have a great week, and I'll have some more awesome covers for Fantastic Four. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.